Hey there, sorry for the delay. We've got our KnitWise Boucle. I've got a lot of local love I just want to get into this morning. I'm Cadence Kidwell, proprietress here at Fuzzy Goat in Thomasville, Georgia. You can text us about any questions you have at 229-236-GOAT. And you can also find what we're talking about at fuzzygoatyarns.com. And I'm going to talk about my new Fade Poncho as we get further into what we're talking about this morning. I'm so glad to be back after our trip. Thanks to just our fabulous team, Melissa, Madelyn, and Carolina. I didn't even have a pile of tasks on my desk when I returned. We had gone to Maine, and I just love that my finished Fade Poncho fit right into the fall environment. It was really this exact same colors. So now that I'm back, I want to show off again, or for the very first time, to quote one of our favorite lines from Birdcage and my family. I didn't know I was going to say that this morning, but there you have it, is our KnitWise. So looking for local yarns when I was up in Maine, it made me just appreciate so much more, and I found some lovely ones, how blessed we are to have the regional dyers that we have here, and especially our friend Alicia at KnitWise. So these are beautiful yarns that Alicia made up for our Good Vibes Yarn Tour retreat, which we held here. I guess it's been, 3 weeks now. And they got first dibs. They got to talk to Alicia. It was a fabulous event. And we have some that are still here in the store. So I want to share them with you. It's just so lovely. Alicia brought physically several of these and then sat in our lodge on a Saturday and watched. Hey, Kara. Kara was there visiting with Alicia. But then also many of the yarns from Alicia, we pick up outside of her garage when we go to Tallahassee. In fact, Mr. Fuzzy Goat picked up some worsted that hasn't made its way to the worsted cabinet yet, but has made its way online so that you can see some of those. And so we're just so lucky that we get to talk with her, really get to know her colors, say we want more of this color, more of that color. And so the ones I'm going to show you really are a sampling of our very favorite colors. So this is her Boucle Lace. It is, I have not knit an emotional support chicken, but I'm going to tell you, I think I would probably rather carry around one of these than the chicken. The chicken's great. Many of you have knit super cute chickens. This is so squishy and lovely. It's just as comforting to me. This one is in the groove, but what I want to say about the Boucle Lace is it has 656 yards. So it's just amazingly full of just beautiful. It is merino and nylon, so nothing that you might be allergic to in terms of fluffiness, and it just makes a really cool texture. Now you may be wondering, well, what can I make with that? You could do a ranunculus. I'm going to show you Melissa's ranunculus here, and this is in Alicia's custom goat color for us, the goat, the greatest of all time. And so it's in her fingering rather than the lace, but you could do a beautiful lace one and have it just be a little more open, and many of the ones on the Ravelry pattern are that way. So I think that would be a great pattern for the Boucle Lace. You could also hold it double, which I think Alicia might be doing on one of her patterns right now. So I'll find out about that and report back. So yes, we have it in goat. We have in the groove, which is a really great teal with some bits of little lighter spots in there. This one is one of my favorites here. This is Homosassa Sunset, which originally was LYS Day 2023 for us. And so this really beautiful purples, and this one here is just stunning. This is Crazy in Love. This was a color that debuted in our Valentine's box last year. This one here is an all-time favorite of mine, Moving to the Country, which you can see here in my Luumi Cardigan. This is which you could also use another one of Alicia's yarns, and I'm going to get to that basket in just a minute. But this boucle lace is really fun, and it's got a great texture, but not too crazy like, you know, some boucles can be. You can see the, can you see the little loops on there like that? Yeah, really fun, fun. This one here is, I'm never going to pronounce this right, Rougarou. It's lots of deep purples, little bits of blue, and then I love, there's always some chartreuse in there for a little bit of sass. It's also fun to see how the colors take to the different bases in different ways. For instance, this one here is this one. Let me see if I can find them both. Okay, yes. Okay, cool. All right, so this is the boucle lace. Now I'm going to show you the brushed merino lace. Also super lovely because no mohair, no alpaca, no fluffies that go flying off, but you get the same feel to it. I wish you could reach through there and feel that. Also 656 yards. So super lovely. A brushed merino lace. You could do this and hold it with somebody. You could hold it with somebody. You could hold it with a fingering yarn, which is very popular. What's great about the yardage in this is a lot of times the brushed, I call it the fuzzy yarn. The fuzzy yarn has a smaller yardage, and so you kind of have to work out and you have to change skeins more often. This one, with the yardage in here, you won't have to add skeins in as often, and you might even get, you know, depending on what your project is, you might even get it all done with one. But here's the brushed merino lace in Bless Your Heart, and here it is in the boucle. And you can just see, right, how the way the dyes grabbed a hold of the fibers in different ways. Here it's more, I don't even know what to say, absorbed and kind of dispersed into it. I can just imagine seeing that happen in Alicia's dye pans. And here it kind of stayed more where she actually put it. I just think that's fascinating looking at those. So this is the boucle lace basket. Woo-hoo. And then we have, and these are luxury bases I've really never seen before. So that's another thing I just love about Alicia is she'll bring one by. We'll say, oh yeah, let's do more of that. And thank you, Patty, for your comments on my shawl. And it's a poncho, and I'll show you more about that later on. And Nancy, what size needles? It really depends on the pattern. You could use an open one, an open lace pattern, needle size. So you could use it like in a fingering like the ranunculus. And let's see if we do not have a tag on what size that one is. I held lace double for this one, and I used an 8 when I held it double. But we can help you with that when you are choosing your patterns, and we can make some suggestions. So here's the brushed merino lace, and it's just so squishy like the boucle. Also something I could just carry around. This one is Jolly. This is an amazing red. Look how beautiful that red is. And what could you do with that? The sweater that's we're all getting excited about around here is the blueberry vodka lemonade. I have actually made Thea Coleman's vodka lemonade years ago, long before I even had a store. And I love the detail on the neck and the seed stitching that's down. I'm not sure where the seed stitching is in this particular pattern. I gotta look, but I'm gonna show you. This is really cute, and it's got like a split hem on the sleeve, and also in the I lost my words. It has a split hem here in the ribbing on the bottom also. And so we've all been looking at yarns we could use for this, and I think this held with somebody would just be really lovely and squishy, but you could also do it a little open. And use the needle that it calls for. This calls for a 6. Oh, yes, this calls for a 6. So depending on, I would always swatch, see how I like the fabric. But I would think that this would be really pretty. And I'm planning on making one, and then I'm gonna like wear it over a shirt or over a dress. And I think I'll get a lot of use out of that. And we'll have the pattern link in there also for you. If you wanted to do something, this is After a While, which is the green that's in my sweater here. In fact, it would be really fun to do this sweater with the boucle in the Moving to the Country, which is the orange, and then do the brushed lace. That would give you the same colors, but a little bit of different texture in there. That would be really fun. And then we still have my orange buttons if you wanted to redo that. Yes, I do like green and orange. Yes, I'm showing you my green and orange sweater, and I'm wearing a green and orange poncho. So this is the brushed merino lace. Also great for holding with things, but I also think it would be really fun to do either held double or just do an open blueberry lemonade. A great blueberry vodka lemonade. Left out the vodka. Other colors, other yarns that Alicia sent us is the the Silky Merino. This is 437 yards of 50% silk. That is a lot of silk. And 50% superwash merino. This particular color here is Care Bear Stare. And you could do just one skein and do this shawl here, Thresher. And we have the pattern link with the Silky Merino. It is just lovely, has a great sheen to it. It also would make a beautiful ranunculus. What other color have I not shown you that we have in here? This one is You Jump, I Jump, which is whites with little bits of really hot fuchsia and then little bits of chartreuse in there too. That's really pretty. It would also make a really lovely Drops of Joy, and you could also do that in one skein. That would make a really lovely gift because it's so soft and luxurious, and you've spent money on a luxurious yarn, but you've only had to buy one skein, and you can make this really lovely, beautiful shawl for somebody special in your life. Yeah, that is just really pretty. Melissa picked the patterns for me before she left on her tennis tournament, so I'm sure she's winning all the games, as our Melissa does. And then this one here is the lace. So this is the Lux Lace. It's 100% silk. So the shine, the beauty of that, it's just lovely. It also could make this plenilune tee. That would be an amazing thing to have. And this particular color here is Care Bear Stare. And we also have, if you wanted a neutral, Spill the Tea. And this one here is Rougerou. It has different colors in it, but not so much that it would overwhelm the texture in that. Or if you wanted to do a shawl, here's a new shawl pattern that Melissa found for us, and I don't know how to pronounce this one at all. Ilul shawl, but I really like this shape and all of that that's going on there. That would be really pretty in this Lux Silk Lace. Or you could do the Hakuji that I've shown you before. I should have brought it over here. Mine is dark turquoise, and it has the cables in it, and I'll make sure I link to that. So one more basket. I mean, Alicia really knocked herself out finding these luxurious skeins. Okay, so these are the Mega MCN. So talk about a lot of yardage. This is 600 yards of fingering. So not even, the others are fabulous too. There's 656 yards of lace. This is 600 yards of fingering. And so with a skein that big, you could, depending on your size, depending on how loose you wanted to make it, you could make a whole ranunculus with one of those. You could also do these great Laura Dobrat's patterns here. You could do the Forest Shawl, which originally was debuted in our Box of Goats. So we're really tickled when some of these things happen with the designers and the dyers. And this one is Along for the Bride, and that is actually Emma and the shawl that she wore for her wedding. So one skein of this giant yarn will do that. And what we just got in is some more mini minders. These are super fun. And this particular style, we got a big one so it can hold these big skeins. So it comes flat. You can store it flat. but when you're ready to go, you put this here, you put your big skein down on top of it. Comes with its own little bag, not the plastic bag, comes with a drawstring bag. These are the original lemon wood. The others were ones that have been mimicking since then. And then you put your little latch on there, which is really very easy to do. I'm just thumbs right now. And then you have your big skein of yarn on there. And this one is big enough to hold a mega skein without it falling over on the other side. And we got some really cute patterns. I had a good time picking these out. This one I think is my favorite. This one is roasting chestnuts. Isn't that fun? And as your yarn gets smaller, it all gets revealed. The roasting chestnuts is my favorite, but a strong contender here is the fine cone. And we have a snowflake and we have some cats. So yeah, I really love these. These were fun too because I saw those, and so we hadn't gotten ours yet, and I was visiting yarn stores, as one does, and I got to see these in some of the yarn stores that we were going to. So I was like, oh, can't wait till ours come. So this really mega MCN is just beautiful. Look at this one here. This is Bless Your Heart. So let's look at our little experiment here. This is how the dyes distribute differently on the different bases. All of these are the same color, but depending on the base and the fiber content and the twist and all of that, it comes out differently. I agree with you, Rita. I'm really a center pull person. And so the mini minders are not geared towards the way I pull my yarn. It works when you pull from the outside, but they're enough to make me want to change over because they're really fun. So these are our new local yarns that we got from KnitWise. They're here for a limited time, and we sure hope that you can also find some beautiful things to make with them. And we are more than happy to help you find those patterns, because in looking for them for you, sometimes we come across brand new ones that we hadn't even thought about. So it's just all something that we love to do. We have some other fun gift ideas, so you can still give great fiber gifts and you don't need to make them all. So one thing that we worked on and came in while I was gone, and I'm so excited about these. These are Natty's Swedish dishcloths. So we worked with our own artist, Natalie Barfield, to make these 3 different images. This is the quail. Thomasville is known for our quail. We have bronze quail all over downtown that you can do a scavenger hunt for, including one on our very own awning back there, or up there. And so you can buy a set, but right now during the holiday season, while we still have them, you can get one free when you buy $50 or more. So that was our purpose in ordering these, and in the process of putting them together, people were so excited about them. All the ordering people, all our team, that we decided to order extra and sell them as a set if you wanted to not wait and just have to get them as you placed an order as your free gift with purchase. But yes, you do indeed get a free one when you order $50. We'll be pulling them and putting them into your order. So this is something that you can give. You could separate the set and give one to each person, put them in their stockings, that sort of thing. How a Swedish dishcloth works is it's like a reusable washcloth. I'm not washcloth, paper towel. When you wet it, we're going to do a little video. You wet it, it squishes up. You can wipe your surfaces. Then you can put it in the dishwasher and get it all nice and clean and sanitized and ready to go again. And they dry back up like this. And they last many, many, many uses, but then eventually are compostable. So really good for the environment. And so that's something that you could give and without having to do a lot of the work yourself. Another one I want to show you is our pom-pom, our cashmere pom-pom scarves are back. Let me grab one here and show it to you closer. I take this with me on my trip. The little pom-poms are sewn in. They're not glued on. We carry these at this time of the year and have reordered each year because they do really well and they're great. I have at least one of these. I have 2. Yeah, I have 2. And I took one with me. It's really handy to have because I put it in my backpack. It even fits in my Ori round Paddington because if, you know, it started to get cold, or we went out on the only activity thing we did was a sailboat cruise. And so we, I had this in my Ori along with my knitting. I didn't, and so I could just take this and I could wrap it around my head. So it's just wide enough to be able to do that if you need to, but you can also put it around your neck and squish it up. And so it's a really thoughtful, lovely gift. They're cashmere. They're great for yourself. So I really like our cashmere pom-pom scarves, and I'll have a link up for that. And then another gift idea. We're asked about these a lot, and I hunted and hunted until I could find some of them, which is our wooden flower shawl pins, flower pins. And I have one here. I'll show you my scarf here, my shawl, in just a moment. And we're on the hunt for even more, and see if we can, we're working on an idea with somebody we met at the retreat of how she can remanufacture these for everybody, us too. And so these are shawl pins. We have two different backing styles. This one, the purple one, has this little butterfly clip that comes off the back, and they're wooden. And then the one I have here, and so we have these different colors. And then the one I have here on my shawl, which is most of my vacation knitting, which is the Lonely Tree shawl. This style, two of the other colors have this, they're really lapel pins, but I like them this way. Have this type of deal with the little stopper at the bottom, and you can put it like that. And so this is what I finished on my vacation. This is the Lonely Tree shawl. I used 1.5 skeins of worsted, and Alicia's new worsted would be perfect for this too. This was a lot of fun, and it was a worsted pattern, so it went really fast. I literally did, granted I had more knitting time than usual on my vacation, but my vacation was only a week long. So this didn't take all that long to do this, and I was really excited to get that finished. And I guess that's all the things to show you. Oh, let me show you what I'm working on, and then I'll stand up and show you my poncho. So what I'm working on now is my Joji Locatelli's Virginia top. I'm calling it a vest because I don't know why she doesn't call it a vest, because she's wearing it as a vest, right? It's a vest when you wear it over something, maybe, I'm not sure. But that's how I want to make it. And it has this really great, I'm not sure if there's a good picture of the lace up close, but oh, here we go. I'll show you my lace up close. Awesome. So it took me more than a minute to get going on it, because you do start with a provisional cast on in the back. So I'm doing the back shoulders first. And yeah, here we go. Let me get a little closer. So we're doing our back shoulders first. And so I really am enjoying the texture. I'm cooking with gas now. I'm coming down the back, and I'm already starting my increases for these sleeves. So this is the back part. And then you make the front, which will be a little bit more to it, because you'll also have to be navigating the V-neck at the same time. And oh, you know what I forgot to tell you about is our stitch stopper pop-up. So right now we still have our Minnie and Purl Stitch Stopper pop-up. We probably won't have this but for a few more days. And there is free shipping on these little guys. And Debbie, I'll tell you about my bag in just a moment. So the Stitch Stopper pop-ups are a lot of one-offs. Let me show you here. This is kind of how many we have left right now. This looks like maybe 20 in here. And each one has a number. And so you can see them here. This one says Only Good Vibes. This one here are some peaches. And so you might have noticed that I had mine with my needles with just one. I have a very loose gauge, so I always have to go way down in needle size. So what I do is I just put 2 into one. And given the time of the year and all the stuff going on, I've got mine that says Be the Light. You know, like, let's just be a little beacons of light right now. And I am so tickled that you asked about the bag. This is our Billy bag, which we actually have fully stocked right now. This is the bag that we made ourselves, that we had designed. I can say lots more about that, but we also have a video on the bag page about that. And we also have our haystack fully stocked now too, and ready to ship with all the items that go with it. And that's the way to put together your knitting needles. And now my Fade Poncho, I finished it right before I went. I took it with me. We were out of this color, and now I can show you how this works, but the color it came in stock. And so all of that happened as well. And let me back the chair up. Oops. And Rita says she loves her Billy bag also. I'm loving the split hem. It is just so much fun. It's a lot of fun to wear. I just want it to be a little cooler like it was in Maine. So this was the non-traditional way. We have also the ones that in that I chose a speckled yarn, and we put that together. But I am very happy with the results. And we have another version with some speckled yarn, but then we also have the recommended one and one just like the sample, which is stunning also, which is chartreuse with shades of gray. So you can see all of that there. So I was a little rambly. I'm just a little out of practice because I took a week off, and I'm finding my sea legs here. So thank you all for watching, and let me know how we can help you by texting us at 229-236-GOAT, and we can help put color combos together or help you figure out what to do with this amazing Boucle Lace while we still have it. And we have a couple other pop-ups coming any day now as well. It's just like pop-up palooza around here. Thank you all very much.